All right. My topic for today is bounceability. Bounceability, what does that mean? In a nutshell, it actually means persistence. Persistence despite failure. Not giving up and just keep on walking. That's what it means. And the reason I'm here today is to share my experience. I'll just start maybe with a little bit of a background. Like everyone else, I went to college. I went to Ateneo. I did creative writing and communication, my clusters in IS. And my dream when I took that course was actually to write for a magazine. That was it. That was it. You know, a simple life. My parents weren't too happy about that because, you know, writers don't make too much money. So I started working for a fashion magazine, but the writing jobs were not available. So I ended up in brand management for some strange reason. And you take whatever you get, right? And I worked there I did that for 5 years. I worked for the magazine for fantastic women, strong women, all with, you know, a vision, all with an exciting dream. And my direct boss was the person who put together the entire magazine from scratch. And as I did that, as I worked from the ground up, they really wasted me to the bone. I just gave it my all, actually. My drive back then was just to really do more than what you're paid for and just to keep fighting. But I knew deep in my heart that there's something more, and it was not about working for other people. And so I have several friends. We started meeting, planning businesses. I'm sure a lot of you have done that too. But, you know, we did that for a while. We wanted to put together, it was a chocolate bar. Eventually you find something like Max Brenner come along. And it's because everybody's so freaking slow to move. You know, like you wait around, you're 5 people, everybody's waiting for each other. You're meeting every week for like 2 months. Wala pa rin nangyayari. And at some point, I decided, after 5 years, that I would quit my job and just bite the bullet and attempt to go at a business. And so with whatever I'd saved, I quit my job in Mega Magazine and worked on another business with another group of friends, right? In the end, wala pa rin nangyari. 6 months along the way, and I'm thinking, screw it, I have no more money. So I started working again for another magazine. But this time I was very lucky. I worked for a car magazine with excellent men who were very kind and they allowed the flexibility of my schedule, given the fact that they saw in me. Actually, my boss was telling me, yeah, there's an entrepreneur in you. And that's what they were. They had built a magazine from the ground up, and I helped them to make it to make it profitable. At least I'd like to think I was able to do that, and that I was an asset in the company. But at the same time, they gave me the flexibility to plan my to make my plans, because I was not meant to really work. Parang I knew, I'm not meant to work for other people lang, diba? So at that time, after siguro mga 3 false starts, me and my best friend, we decided we'll just go for the jugular. He came up with a concept. Mucking around the internet, was to bring in this project, this huge project, which was Australia's Thunder from Down Under. Imagine, I don't know if any of you have heard of that, but this is like the Chippendales. Chippendales, meaning the male strippers. And we wanted to bring them to Manila. 6 boys from down under, from Australia. And, sexy, hot, young men trained to do this with all the fanfare, with the Vegas light show, the dancing, the major showcase. It was a great show. I mean, I watched it on video, and it just sounded like so much fun, and it sounded like something that has never been done here in the Philippines. So we're like, okay, game. So pooling our money together, we planned this. We planned this for a couple of months. We planned this, and we put the whole thing together. We actually made them rock stars. They were here about a week. It was a 3-night show, Valentine's show. Parang it's like the girls' night out, the ultimate girls' night out, diba? Tapos the boys flew in. 1 week before, we did the whole radio tour. I went to ABS-CBN. They danced in, I don't know what show that was, ASAP ata pa noon. I'm not sure, but you know, those I went to all the usual noontime shows for them to perform. They went to the morning shows, everything. There's a whole 9 yards. We had a billboard on EDSA just to promote the show, which was a Valentine's show, 3 nights in February. Sakto Valentine's Day pa, 13, 14, and 15 February. And what happened there? And despite all the effort we put in, parang our vision there was, if you build it, they will come. All the women will come flocking, you know, the crazy women in Manila whom we knew, right? In the end, we didn't hit our targets.
Right.
It was a disaster in the sense na dismal. Think, we housed them in Western Philippine Plaza. You know, it was great. Dismal. That at the end of that entire fiasco, we were left with barely $1 million. That was just it. Parang it was left. That was it. And we stood there and we said, okay. All right. You know, so much for that, diba? So much for that. One thing that we were grateful for, though, it hurt. It really hurt to lose that much money. And like with my business partner, my best friend, that was his hard-earned money, something that he had worked for ever since he got out of school. He was already working. For me, part of it was actually borrowed from my family, and that was painful because trust was given, and you know, to just actually parang let it, you know, simmer that way. But what would you do? I knew I couldn't quit my day job, so I stayed there. I was still working for the magazine at that time, and they knew I had done that show. They were just, you know, laughing about it and stuff. But what we did was, why leave it at that?